Alright, in this video we're going to pretend that there is rust stains or fertilizer stains or some kind of rust type stains onto this concrete. It's very common, especially fertilizer stains. A lot of people have their yards manicured and maintained by landscaping companies, and those guys are spraying fertilizer once or twice a week on their property. It overflows, it gets on the concrete, it turns it an orange color. The way you have to get that up is with an acid, because the acid is what neutralizes the iron pigment into that rust or that mineral stain. Therefore, it takes an acid. No pressure is going to get it up. But one thing you want to keep in mind is it's very important that you educate the customer that we don't want to treat little onesies and twosies spots on concrete, because it will turn it into a bright white spot. So ideally, Tiffany's going to show you that when we spray, when we are asked to spray concrete, after we educate the customer and if we get their okay, we're going to go from joint to joint. Never want to spray just random spots on the concrete. If you do that, what will happen is once this dries, it's going to be a big bright white spot onto the concrete. Now you can do individual spots on pavers, but you can't do it on concrete. But even on pavers, you have to rinse it and you have to neutralize it immediately after. But you can get away with doing some spots here and there, but you can't do that on concrete. So in this case, if the customer asked me to do the spot, I would let them know that we got to go joint to joint. And as you can see, we did the whole block there, so that it's a nice and uniform instead of blotchy and white spots from place to place. And that's how you apply the acid. Ideally, we would neutralize this immediately after. We let it sit for 1 to about 15 minutes at most, not allowing it to completely dry. We would let it dwell again for a few minutes, and then we would rinse it off and neutralize.